Welcome to Learning English Plus. Hey there, it's good to have you here. You've got your headphones on, maybe you're walking somewhere, or just relaxing. Wherever you are, this moment is just for you.
Yeah, just you, us, and a little English practice. And today, we're diving into something really natural, something that comes up in almost every conversation. Hobbies.
Exactly. You know that moment when someone asks, "So, what do you do for fun?" And suddenly your brain goes blank? You know what you like, you just can't find the words fast enough.
I've been there. You want to sound natural, but instead you end up saying something like, "I like music," and then nothing.
Right? It's like the conversation hits a wall. But here's the good news. Talking about hobbies can actually be one of the easiest ways to connect with people once you know how.
Yeah, hobbies aren't just small talk. They're how we show our personality. When you share what you enjoy, people see who you are. And that's what makes conversations feel warm, human, and real.
Today, you're going to listen to two people, Jeff and Daniela. They're just chatting like friends, talking about what they love doing in their free time. You'll notice they don't use complicated grammar or big words. They just sound comfortable.
And that's what we want for you, to sound natural. You'll hear them ask about each other's hobbies, share stories, laugh a little, even make plans together. Exactly the kind of chat you might have with a coworker or someone you just met at a cafe.
Before we listen in, let's talk about something interesting. The culture of hobbies in English-speaking countries.
Yeah, this is a good one. In many English-speaking places, asking about hobbies isn't considered too personal. It's actually polite. It's how people build friendly connections.
That's right. If someone asks, "What do you do in your free time?" they're not just trying to fill silence. They're saying, "Tell me something real about you."
And if you return that question, "How about you? What do you like to do?" the conversation keeps flowing naturally. No awkward pauses.
Now, before Jeff and Daniela join us, here are a few simple phrases you might want to listen for. When Jeff says, "I'm really into cooking these days," that phrase, "I'm into," means I like or I enjoy. It's a very natural, modern way to talk about your interests.
Yeah, and Daniela says things like, "I started during the pandemic." That's another useful structure. It tells when the hobby began and gives a little story behind it.
Exactly. And when they talk about combining hobbies like cooking and photography, listen for how they build on each other's ideas. That's what makes conversations feel alive.
Don't worry if you don't catch every word the first time. This isn't about perfection, it's about rhythm, about feeling how real English sounds in friendly talk.
So, take a breath, relax your shoulders. Imagine you're sitting with Jeff and Daniela in a cozy cafe. Coffee cups, soft chatter in the background.
They're about to start talking. Just two friends getting to know each other. Listen for the questions, the laughter, the little stories. You'll probably find parts that sound just like your own life.
All right, let's join them.
Hey Daniela, you look really chilled today. Long weekend?
Pretty much. I spent most of Saturday taking photos in the city park. The light was perfect, and the trees were changing colour.
That sounds amazing. You're still doing photography, right? How long has it been now?
About 2 years. It started during the pandemic. I needed something creative to do. At first, it was just my phone. Then I bought a real camera.
Nice. I didn't know that. Do you take photos of people or nature?
Mostly nature. But sometimes I like catching candid moments, like street photography stuff. You know, real life.
Yeah, I get that. I feel like cooking is the same for me. It's about capturing a moment, too.
Cooking and photography, huh? Interesting combo. So what have you been cooking lately?
I tried making Thai curry from scratch last weekend. It actually turned out okay.
From scratch? Wow. Was it spicy?
Too spicy the first time, but I fixed it on round 2. The hardest part was finding all the right spices. I went to 3 different stores.
That's dedication. I'd probably give up after one store.
You'd miss out on the fun part, the hunt for lemongrass.
I'll leave that adventure to you. I can barely boil pasta without checking YouTube.
Hey, that's how I started too. Once you get the hang of it, it's actually really relaxing. Cooking is like meditation, except you get to eat your progress.
That's a good way to see it. Maybe I should take a cooking class sometime.
Do it! You'll love it. Plus, you get to show off to your friends after.
I'd need friends who are brave enough to taste my food.
I volunteer as tribute.
Deal. Maybe I'll cook, you take photos. That way we both pretend we're professionals.
Perfect. Actually, food photography is a thing. You'd be great at that.
There's this little cafe downtown, Garden Bistro. They serve avocado toast that's so pretty I can't not take pictures of it.
I've never heard of it. Is the food good or just Instagram pretty?
Both! I swear, half the customers are there just for the photos.
You know, our hobbies kind of fit together. I make the food, you photograph it.
See? Collaboration already. Maybe we should start a blog. Eat and snap.
Catchy. We'd go viral for sure.
You know, it's funny. I never saw myself as a hobby person. I used to just work, scroll on my phone, sleep.
Same here. Before photography, I was just binging shows. Now I actually notice things, like light, colour, shadows.
That's beautiful. It's like your eyes learn to slow down.
Exactly. When I take photos, I feel calm. It's not about getting likes. It's about capturing something that feels alive.
I get that. Cooking is the same for me. It's how I remember my grandma. She used to write down recipes on these old cards. When I cook them now, it's like she's in the kitchen again.
That's really sweet, Jeff. Food has that power. It connects you to memories.
Yeah, and it smells like home.
Now you're making me hungry.
Mission accomplished.
Okay, so besides cooking, what else do you like to do on weekends?
I've been trying to learn guitar, but my neighbors probably wish I'd stop.
Oh, so you're that guy who plays the same 4 chords for 2 hours.
Guilty, but I'm getting better. I can almost play Wonderwall without stopping.
Classic. Every guitar player's rite of passage.
What about you? Any creative hobbies besides photography?
Actually, yeah. Painting. But only for fun. I started with tiny canvases because the big ones scared me. Now it's my Sunday therapy.
That's awesome. Do you paint people or places?
Mostly abstract stuff. Colours and shapes. It's like a mood on canvas. Some days it's bright and hopeful. Other days it's a storm of blue.
That's deep. I like that you can express yourself like that. I think my paintings would just look like accidents.
Hey, that's modern art. Someone will call it bold.
Maybe I should open a gallery. The Accidents Collection.
I'd buy a ticket for that.
You know, it's funny how these little things we do just to relax end up shaping who we are.
Yeah. Hobbies make life feel a bit bigger, don't they?
Totally. And they make conversations like this way easier.
I know. We've been talking for like 20 minutes and it doesn't even feel like it.
Exactly. That's the power of common interests.
Okay, so next time we meet, I'll bring my camera and you bring the food.
Deal. I'll make something colorful for your Instagram followers.
Perfect. Just don't burn it.
No promises.
So, aside from music and cooking, do you ever get out of the house?
I try, mostly walking around the neighborhood or going to the park, but I wouldn't call myself outdoorsy.
You should try hiking sometime. Start small, just an easy trail. The fresh air does something good for your head.
I don't know. My idea of adventure is finding parking downtown on a Saturday.
Come on, it's not that bad. There are trails just outside the city. You don't need expensive gear, just comfortable shoes and water.
I guess that's doable. And you go often?
Yeah, once a month usually. Sometimes alone if I need quiet. Sometimes with friends for fun. I like how small I feel standing under big trees. In a good way.
That sounds peaceful. I miss that kind of silence. Maybe I should try it this fall before it gets too cold.
Do it. And bring a camera. Even your phone. You'll see so many colours you'd never noticed before.
Deal. Maybe you can be my guide.
Only if you promise to pack snacks.
You always sound so comfortable trying new things. Were you like that as a kid too?
I think so. I used to collect rocks and label them with stickers. My parents thought I'd become a geologist.
That's adorable. Mine thought I'd be a magician because I kept doing card tricks. Turns out I was just really bad at math.
I can totally picture that. You in a cape with cards everywhere.
Oh, I committed fully. I even had the hat. What about sports growing up?
A bit of swimming in summer, but mostly art stuff. I loved drawing fashion designs. It was my secret dream job.
Fashion design. That's cool. Do you still draw?
Sometimes. Mostly for fun. I'll sketch a dress idea or a pattern if I'm bored. It's one of those childhood things you never really lose.
Yeah. For me, it was music. I played keyboard in church as a teenager. Stopped for years, then picked it up again recently.
That's awesome! How does it feel coming back to it after so long?
Kind of like re-meeting an old friend. A bit rusty at first, but familiar.
That's such a nice way to put it. I think most people have a kid version of themselves waiting to be found again.
True. Sometimes you just need permission to play again.
Okay then. If you could learn any new hobby tomorrow, no time, no money limits, what would you pick?
Easy. Photography. But travel photography. Like going around the world, capturing different cultures and food.
Oh wow, that's perfect. Where would you start?
Japan, for sure. I love the balance of modern and traditional there. Temples and street food side by side.
Yes, and you'd get amazing night shots in Tokyo. Neon lights, umbrellas, crowds. It's a photographer's dream.
Exactly. What about you? Your dream hobby?
I'd learn surfing. I know, random for someone who lives miles from the ocean.
That's a good one. You just want an excuse for vacations in Hawaii.
Maybe. But it's also the idea of balance. Riding waves, feeling small next to something so big.
That's beautiful. And pretty philosophical.
See? Every hobby has a deeper side if you talk long enough.
Do you prefer doing your hobbies alone or with others?
Depends. Photography I prefer alone. I notice more. But painting with friends is fun because you get different perspectives.
Yeah, cooking alone is relaxing, but eating alone isn't. So I always end up inviting people over.
That's the secret. Make friends through food.
It's worked so far.
Do you ever use social media for your hobbies? Like YouTube tutorials or Instagram for ideas?
All the time. That's how I learned to chop onions like a chef. Well, almost. And I follow a lot of travel vloggers for inspiration.
Same here. I found a whole community of photographers online. People sharing free tips and feedback. It's so encouraging.
It's amazing how the internet turned hobbies into global connections. Someone in India might teach you how to cook your next dish.
Right? It makes the world feel smaller and friendlier.
Kind of like this conversation.
Exactly like this.
You know, I didn't expect to learn so much about myself just talking about hobbies.
Same here. It's funny how talking about what we love shows what we value.
Yeah. And now I officially want to go hiking and learn surfing.
I'll bring the camera. You bring the snacks.
Deal.
That conversation always makes me smile. Jeff and Daniela sound like old friends, don't they?
They do. What I really love is how real it feels. The pauses, the laughter, the little me too moments. That's exactly how natural English conversation sounds in everyday life.
And you can hear how they built connection through questions. They didn't just say, I like cooking, or I like photography. They asked, how long have you been doing that? Or what got you interested? Those little questions open the door to stories.
Yeah, stories make people listen. When Jeff talked about his grandmother's recipe cards, we felt it. When Daniela described the light in the park, we could see it. That's how hobbies go from small talk to real talk.
Exactly. And for you listening, that's something you can practice right now. Think about your hobbies. If someone asked, what do you do for fun? Could you share one story behind it? Something that shows how it makes you feel?
It doesn't have to be deep, just personal. For example, I started running to clear my head after work. Or, I cook to relax. Simple, real, honest. That's what sounds natural.
Let's also look at a few useful phrases they use today. First, I'm into. That's such a natural way to say you like something. I'm into painting. I'm into hiking. Much better than the flat I like.
Right. And Jeff said, I made Thai curry from scratch. That phrase, from scratch, means to make something completely by yourself. No pre-made ingredients, no shortcuts.
Another good one is get the hang of it. He said cooking is relaxing once you get the hang of it, which means once you understand how to do it comfortably.
And remember Daniela teasing him with, I volunteer as tribute. That's a playful cultural phrase from a famous movie line, used jokingly when someone offers to do something brave.
Yeah, it shows how humor makes conversations friendlier. Even a little joke can make English feel less like studying and more like connecting.
And don't forget the word actually. Both of them used it naturally. Actually, I started during the pandemic. Or, it actually turned out okay. It softens your tone and sounds polite.
Yes, it's like adding a gentle pause that keeps the flow friendly.
Another thing we heard is how hobbies change with life. Jeff rediscovered cooking through memory. Daniela found photography through quiet moments. That's a big part of English conversation, connecting through feelings, not just facts.
So if you want to sound more fluent, don't only memorize words. Connect them to your own experiences. Say what you like, how you started, and what it gives you.
And that's something you can practice anywhere. On the bus, at work, even talking to yourself while cooking.
Yes, talk to yourself. We all do. And if you're wearing headphones, no one will even notice.
Exactly.
Now let's check in with Jeff and Daniela. They're still at that cafe, finishing their coffee, and they've got a few reflections to share with you.
You know, I didn't realize how easy it is to keep a conversation going once you start asking back. Like when Jeff asked me how I got into photography. It just flowed.
Yeah, it felt natural. And when you talk about your hobbies, it's not about showing off. It's about inviting someone into your world.
Exactly. And sometimes you find out your hobbies connect, like food and photography for us.
Totally. Also, I learned that details matter. Instead of saying, I like cooking, I can say, I tried a new curry recipe last weekend. That makes the story come alive.
And I liked how we mixed humor in. It made it light. Conversations don't have to be serious to be meaningful.
True. And for anyone listening, don't worry about perfect grammar. Focus on connection first. The rest will follow.
Yes. Connection first, correction later.
I love that. Connection first, correction later. That's going on our quote wall.
Right next to, I volunteer as tribute.
Perfect.
I'll frame it for the studio.
So, what about you? What hobby would you talk about if someone asked? Maybe you paint. Maybe you garden. Maybe you just love a good book and a cup of tea. Whatever it is, try describing it in English today, out loud.
Yeah. Start small. One sentence, one story. That's how fluency grows. One real moment at a time.
And remember, it's not about sounding perfect. It's about sounding you.
Thank you for sharing this time with us. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to follow Learning English Plus so you don't miss the next one.
We'd love to hear about your hobbies. Send us a voice note or comment online. Tell us what you love doing when no one's watching.
Until next time, keep learning, keep connecting, and keep being curious.
See you soon. Thanks for listening to Learning English Plus.
The words we shared, they linger still. A quiet stream, a gentle hill. Keep learning, keep growing, your voice will shine. Step by step, word by word, your story's waiting to be heard. Softly now we say good